Morning everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Charlotte and today I'm going to be creating an evening makeup look. Looks a bit like this. So let's get into the video. Okay, so firstly I'm just going to get my hair out the way and I'm just going to pop my headband on. How cute is this watermelon headband? Absolutely adorable. Right. So my hair's at my face, and obviously for a smooth foundation look, just using my Elizabeth Arden moisturiser again. Now this moisturiser is really intensive, so you don't need a lot. So I just pop this all over my face and down my neck. Just let that dry a minute. And now moving on to foundation. So I'm using my Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation in the shade Ivory. This foundation is actually anti-fatigue, so it stops me looking tired. And doesn't every girl need that? Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Primark Mermaid brush. Pop a little bit on the end of my brush. And just pop dabs on my face and then blend. So just blend all over my face to make sure it's nice and even. Blend into my ears. Right, so I've had to change mirror because that mirror was really annoying. So next up I'm moving on to my brows, and for my brows I use my HD Brows palette in the shade Bombshell. Now I actually used the lighter shade. As you can see it's running out, so I do need to get a new one. But because my hair's quite light, obviously I don't need dark eyebrows. So I just take a small angled brush and just put some product on there. And then again, so I just draw a line under my brows and then do light brush strokes all the way along, just to get as good coverage as possible. So I just fill them all the way in. Make sure I don't leave any hairs uncoloured. I usually start halfway down my eyebrow just because I like them to look as natural as possible. So when I get to the front of my brow, I just draw a line underneath and on top. And then I just do upward strokes to create the front of my brow like this. Oh my gosh, look at the difference. I had my eyebrows waxed yesterday, so they're a bit thin, but that's what brow powder's for, isn't it? You can just fill it in as much as you like. Oh my gosh, I actually can't believe the difference. Eyebrows look so much better once they're done. Even if I had no makeup on, don't you just think that eyebrows just make your whole face? What would I do without my eyebrows? Right, so next brow, just moving on. Again, draw a line underneath and the same at the top. And just fill in. Oh, there's next door are mowing their grass on a Sunday morning at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Are you serious? Like, I'm trying to film a video here. Like, do they not understand? anyway. So I just fill in the front and again in upward motions. And at this point I just try to make my eyebrows look as even as possible. But remember, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So once I'm happy with my brows, I just again go in with my foundation brush and brush off any excess, because the brow powder I use likes to fall a little bit. So I just need to get rid of any excess. Now, as this is an evening look and it's something I usually wear on a night out, I always put like a sparkly eyeshadow on or a glittery eyeshadow, just because I feel like it finishes your look and it really adds more definition. So for my eyeshadow, I use the Urban Decay Naked palette. Now, what shades do I want to use today? Oh, there's so much choice. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a very simple basic shade firstly. The shade Sin, which is this shade here. So if I just get a MAC 239 brush, which is a bit like this, and just pop a small amount of that on my eyelid. Just as a basic layer. And do the same for the other eye. Just make sure it's all evenly blended. So once I've popped all that shade on my lids, I just go in with a fluffy brush, a MAC 217, and I just blend out my edges, just so it's not a harsh line and I don't look like I've just plonked the eyeshadow on me. So I just make sure that's blended. Now, as that's my base shade, I then go in on top with, I'm going to choose this next shade, Sidecar, which is more of a browny shimmery shade. So I go in again with another MAC 239. Now, as the shade's darker, I just want to pop this on the outer corner of my lids. So in like a V shape, like this. And I just pop a little bit here and blend out. And do the same for the other eye. Now, I've got one eye that's more uneven, so I need to go back in on my other eye. And again, blend with your fluffy brush. Blend as much as possible. That's honestly the best advice I could say to anyone, just because you don't want harsh lines. Now, this is quite a dark look, so I'm actually going to mix it up a bit and pop a little bit of this half-baked shade just in the corners of my eyes. So if I just pop a little bit, just pat this on. So I go up to halfway on my eyelid. So then I move on to my mascara. Now, your mascara always finishes a look, and for mascara I use my Rimmel Scandalise mascara in Extreme Black. So I just pop this on my lashes, and I always find that one day your lashes will go absolutely perfect, and then when it's a day you need them to go great, they always go rubbish. Why is that always the case? Okay, now I just pop a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. Then I just like to pop a little bit of highlighter in the corner of my eyelids and under my brows. So for highlighter, I use my Urban Decay Sin highlighter. Oh, gorgeous, look at that shade. Just use a tiny fan brush. Well, not really tiny, but... And I just gently fan this under my eyebrows. And it really just finishes the look. I'll move on to blusher. For blusher, I use my Millie Mackintosh blusher palette, and I actually like to mix this shade and this shade together just because I find it creates a more peachy colour. So I'll just use my blusher brush from Primark, and I'll just blend the two shades gently. And then just pop this on the apple of my cheeks. Again with the other side. Now, on top of my blusher, I then again go back in with my Urban Decay highlighter with my fan brush. And just pop this just on my cheekbones gently and pat that in with my finger. And I just pop that a little bit down my nose, and then on my jawline. Oh, can anyone else see that glow? Yes! My makeup's nearly done, just my last little touches. So for lipstick, I'm going to use my Urban Decay, what shade is this? Comfort Matte, I think that's what it's called. It looks like this colour. Quite a nice brown, dark brownie with a pink undertone to it. So I just pop this all over my lips. So I start with the top. Really awkward lip shape, like a thin top lip. It just makes it so hard to apply lipstick. Just gonna set my face now with my setting spray. I use the MUA Probase Fixing Mist. So I just hold it at a distance, about 30 centimeters, and just spray all over my face. And that's the finished makeup look. What do you all think? So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a massive thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all next week for another video.